Good day out there, everyone who listens to the Ski Rex Media podcast. I am, of course, Tim from Ski Rex Media, doing another interview. It's almost time for the unofficial start to winter here in the East. Well, I should say the skiing and riding season, and we'll get into that in a second. But since we're talking about skiing and riding, which I always do, let's talk about Whaleback Mountain. Whaleback Mountain, 15 minutes up the road from my place of business here at Ski Rex Media HQ. Whaleback, I love them. They love me. I spent the majority of last season there. I love that place. I've spent a lot of the time during the summer and fall there as well, even though fall hasn't officially started. It is the 19th. We're recording on the 19th, and that's going to matter later on. In any case, Whaleback Mountain is small. Anyone will tell you that, but anybody who's been there will tell you how awesome it is. They have something for everybody. You need it easy, they got it easy. You want it difficult, they got it difficult. You want groomed, they got groomed. Natural, they got natural. You want trees, they got trees. They got everything you could ever want in a small package and super easy to get to. I'm talking spitting distance, literally from the interstate. Exit 16 off I-89 in Enfield, New Hampshire. Whaleback, check it out. Ski it to believe it. Now, for many, many years, the unofficial kickoff to the ski and snowboard season, as many people have said, was the old snow show, the old convention down in Boston. Everybody, I don't even remember the name of it now. That's how long ago it feels like. Thank you, COVID-19. But that's all been changed. And now it's back, and we're talking to someone who should know something about it more than me. Like I said, I always go looking for people who actually know what they're talking about when I don't, which is about 90% of the time. Stephen Morgan, sir, how are you?
Very, very well, Tim. Thank you so much for having me here today.
And thank you. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Steve is in the UK. That's right. We're adding more and more UK friends to the Ski Rex Media family. I think Steve is now the third or fourth person this season alone from over there. So the time difference is something, but we handled it because the math is very easy. Steve, why don't you tell us? We'll make it easy for everyone like we always do. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Sounds good to me. And thanks again for having me here. And yeah, totally awesome to have a little chat with you today. So my name's Steve. I am the MD of Raccoon Active Events, and I say Raccoon, organise large-scale consumer events over here in the UK, but also over there in the States, which I dare say that might be something that we're going to start chatting about in a minute.
It certainly is. And I know the primary bulk of my audience is from the United States, and that's fine, but you're going to have to wait because we're going to talk about the snow show that just happened. Now, right now, like I said, we're recording on October 19th. That puts us between the National Snow Show that was in Birmingham and the Boston Snow Show, Snowbound Expo, that will be in Boston. How was the show, man?
Right. Well, I'm not going to lie. I've just literally came off of site, on Sunday. And so you're going to have to excuse any sort of show brain mush stuff that I might speak. But no, it was absolutely, thank you. It was absolutely amazing. And, we opened up the show on Saturday, and it kicks off with a big kind of opening that we have here. A couple of our celebrities that I wouldn't expect you guys to know if I kind of said their names. But over here in the UK Snowsports scene, they are quite big in the game. So we open up the show, kick it off with a couple of hundred people, kind of flooding through the doors, and that just builds up throughout the entire show. And they come in and they're here to see all the brands that we work with over here in the UK, amongst a whole range of features and content schedule and have a go experiences for everyone really to engage in. And that goes on all the way through Saturday. Then Saturday evening, we have like our exhibitor party where everyone comes together and celebrates how cool the day was that they've just experienced. And then on Sunday, we kick it all off again with a full lineup of, engaging with resorts, brands, features, content. And then finally, we all get to go home on Sunday afternoon.
Awesome. Hey, sounds like a pretty full weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody was falling asleep on their way home. That's fine. We understand what it's like to be busy. Now, did you have a good turnout? Like, I've never been over there, so I don't know if you go to Birmingham, England, is there a big turnout? Is there a huge snow
Hmm.
sports following over there?
Yeah, I mean, look, you've got to kind of put it in perspective. The market over here for snow sports is, I mean, look, it's nowhere near the size of the market that you guys have over there in the States.
Sure.
Mainly because, well, one, we haven't got the awesome range of mountains and that you guys have out there. So yes, we have a market, and yes, it is significant, and a lot of people definitely export themselves across into Europe and the States to go and really have a good time on the mountains that you guys have. But at the show, over the course of the 2 days, we got probably just shy of about 12,000 people, which for us is, that's a pretty decent turnout over 2 days.
Excellent. 12,000. Man, that's not bad at all. I don't know what prior Boston snow shows have been. I only went to that one time, and it was the last one before COVID closed the world. Um, how did Kim do? Kimberly K. Did you see her while you were there? She's a friend of Ski Rex Media. I just wanted to throw a shout out to her and see how she did.
That is, yeah, that is actually actually quite funny you mention that, because yeah, I did actually. I only met Kimberly for the first time on Saturday, in fact, and checking out wait. I just want to make sure we're totally talking about the same person here. She does books, right?
Yep, skiing A to Z.
Okay. Right, perfect. Yeah. So no, definitely. I was introduced to her over the weekend, and got a chance to have a look at one of her books, which again is a pretty unique product. Really, we don't really see anyone doing anything like that, and it's a great product. Getting people into the sport and making it a little bit more easy and kind of digestible for people to really take on board.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. She does wonderful work. She almost is kind of in a class of her own. And she's great. I love talking to Kim. She's talked to me more than once. We met up because of Dan Egan, so it was a whole to do. And yeah, she's awesome. I was just curious about how she did, because she was looking forward to it. I talked to her about a month ago, and she was totally looking forward to this.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And actually, it's great that you mentioned Dan Egan as well, because he was at the show,
Yep.
and absolutely loved the content pieces that he delivered on our main kind of snow stage. And not only, actually, if you catch our highlights video, he does the voiceover for the beginning part of the video itself.
Oh, very cool. Awesome. Where can we find that then?
I will probably have to send you the link. It's on our YouTube channel.
Oh,
But
there you
if I
go.
send you the link, I'm sure there's some mystical arts kind of stuff that you can do to put that link in the description of the talk.
Oh, absolutely. We'll make sure everyone finds it. I'm actually curious to see that too.
Hmm.
Really like Dan Egan, like talking to him and stuff too. He's great. So you had a good turnout. It sounds like your speakers did well. The idea now is that it is the brands, as in manufacturers, as in local ski shops, I'm sure, the indoor ski facilities that are known all over the place over there. Things like this, right? Your typical I don't want to say typical, because I don't want to undersell it. These conventions are a really good time, these expositions, but it's the usual players, I assume.
Oh, definitely. Look, you get the usual suspects along to the event, but no, I mean, you are completely right, and the show itself helps really galvanise the UK industry over here, being one of the kind of pinnacle or focus points for the snow sports calendar, really kicking it off. And the show itself is pegged as, just as I'm sure other expos that we're going to start talking about later on, are kind of pegged as start of season premium, and really getting people amped, stoked, motivated to go and do what they love. And the way that we do that is by, as I said before, bringing together the industry, but it's the snow centers, it's the dry slopes, it's the brands like Salomon, K2, Capita Union, Rosignol, Volcal, Dalbella, Marker, all those guys. We put them all inside a hall. They're showing the new gear. That, coupled with the resorts that we kind of work with and have at the show itself, from God, we had Ski Experience Japan, we had Georgia National Tourism Association, France Montagne, showing all their kind of Three Valleys, Courchevel, and all the fantastic trips and holidays and destinations you can check out in Europe, and a couple of new ones this year, for example. Ski Andorra and Norway, home of skiing.
Cool.
But yeah, again, all with the focus of bringing everything you need to go and pursue your snow sports passion all under one roof. And really, as I said, just get people stoked to get back out and enjoying what they absolutely love.
Absolutely. And this is still, we're the industry, the community of snow sports enthusiasts is still kind of rebuilding. You know, we've been back on snow for 2 seasons now, but every year it's starting to get back to where it should be, and it's very awesome. And again, this sounds like I could say, and I did say, the typical players, the usual suspects, but some of those who are there at the show aren't going to be at like Boston. And again, you're not going to see a ton of European exhibits in a United States exposition. It just, obviously we're going to be local. And I was looking at the Snowbound list, saw a bunch of, the local mountains to New England and so on, a lot of the American companies, a lot of local companies and so on and so forth. But it's going to be a completely different. In fact, let's be honest here. If you can get to both that and then this, since they're back to back 1 month apart, I say do it, man. I would say Steven will welcome you. He's fine with that if you fly on over there.
100%. I mean that is, if you can do that kind of that trip and you want to come and experience what we've got to offer over here and really get your teeth into kind of the European markets and that kind of vibe of things, then 100%, come over here, see what's on offer. And actually, to be honest, probably more now than ever before, really, with strength of dollar to pound and to euro. Maybe now it's a chance to really start exploring those kind of European resorts and destinations, and checking out the après vibe that you might get on some of those resorts and mountains that you've maybe not visited before.
Absolutely. Like if you have the time and the ability to travel, I say go for it. Some of us are afraid of airplanes, but we'll do it anyway. I mean, it's fine. They don't fall out of the sky. So Steven, then before, and I'm going to keep teasing Snowbound. That's right. If you got into this episode just to hear about Snowbound, keep sitting there because I'm not getting to it yet. I refuse. So Steven, the way you talk about it, you must be, I'm guessing, I shouldn't say you must, I'm guessing you are a snow sports enthusiast too.
But totally. I mean, I'm a snowboarder.
Nice.
Absolutely got a passion for it. I wouldn't say I'm the best snowboarder out there at all, but
That's cool.
I think exactly that's it. It's okay as long as you're out on the mountain having fun, or on snow having fun. Then really, look, that's what it's about. And the core belief around pretty much every single show that we do, and we operate in a lot of different markets. So it's not just the snow sports. We do National Running Show, National Outdoor Expo, National Equine Show, National Cycling Show, and they all orientate themselves around active, healthy, being outdoors, being active, but more importantly, enjoying what you do, whatever that sport or passion or hobby or pastime might be.
Absolutely, 100%. Outdoor sports are for everyone. Snow sports specifically here, but outdoor sports. If you cycle, if you run, if you're hiking, and that was actually interesting to me as we started putting together the schedule for this recording. I looked, I was like, wow, you all are just outside, or at least focused on the outdoor markets from January to December. Like the whole year is you cover everybody.
100%. I think anything has shown us after the last couple of years that we've all been through is actually the outdoors is our friend.
Yeah.
It was pretty much one of the only places where we could be for so long, and it's just really encouraged people to take up those kind of activities, and it's been great for certain sectors of the market. I know some areas of the market have found it a little bit difficult, especially with international travel and that kind of things. I mean, not so much for you guys, because as I said before, you've got some awesome mountains right on your doorstep. But for us, it's been quite difficult to pursue those kind of passions. But still, being outside and really appreciating what we have is, absolutely been hammered home over the last couple of years.
Absolutely. And you're not wrong. We got lucky here, just like anybody who has mountains in their backyard. The COVID shutdown really didn't bother me because I could walk to mountains if I wanted to. It'd be a little far, take me an hour or two, but I could do it, is the point. So, but you're not wrong. it's wonderful to be outside when you can be outside, enjoy it, even if you're just going to the park to sit on the bench and watch the birds or the dogs or the people, whatever it is. Get out there, man, and enjoy it. So that now, I guess we can start talking Boston now. Now this is the first season your company has been running the Boston show, correct?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Mhm.
So it's been a bit of a journey, and it's a journey that we've taken on board and partnered with Snowsports Industries America actually to really help deliver and develop a new proposition. I would say I mean, look, I never did any of the previous events that were out there in Boston, so I can't speak from first-hand experience. But I've heard and I've done a bit of research,
Mhm.
and I've what we're going to offer to the Boston market this year is not probably, but I definitely say it's something that has just not been on offer before. So taking the format, the makeup and the DNA of what we do over here and really bringing it across to you guys in Boston.
Absolutely. And I think everybody's really excited about it. How has it been trying to get this together? Because, and correct me if I'm wrong, just like for everybody, the last few years have been a blur, but this wasn't the first time the new expo, the Snowbound Expo, tried to open. Didn't we try this last year or the year before and had to cancel again?
Yeah, I think 2019 was the
Mm.
last iteration of what was then Snowbound Fest or Snowfest. And yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It was unfortunately unable to to really push itself forwards and open the doors. But fear not, we will not have the same situation this year.
No, not at all. I actually had to look up the old name, the Boston.com Ski and Snowboard Expo. Yes, I couldn't remember that either. It had been on, like I said, I went to one and it was that one in 2019. A lot of fun. I'm not going to lie about it. Like, that is great. That is a good time. And I only went for a day. I didn't even go for all 3 days. But we're doing it again, 3 days again this year, just like the National Snow Show in Birmingham, right?
Actually, to be completely honest, there the National Snow Show in Birmingham is only 2 day. So we have a Saturday and Sunday, and I believe previous iterations of Snowbound or the Ski and Snowboard
Mhm.
exposition was actually 4 days. We've kind of found a happy medium. So this year it will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A slightly later opening on the Friday night, obviously to accommodate all of you guys who are rushing from work to come through the doors
Mhm.
and enjoy your evening. But yeah, no, this will be a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday expo.
Excellent. Okay, so there you go, everybody. This is why I get these people because I have no idea what I'm talking about, none whatsoever. But that's part of the fun. Yeah, Friday afternoon. I mean, very much fun. I'm pretty sure that's the day my friends Mario and Brian from the Highfalutin Ski Bums podcast have something going on there. I don't remember what it is, but they will be there. Also, my friends from the Out of Collective, Out of Bounds podcast. Adam Jabber, he's got a little bit going on down there as well. Have you been interacting with these folks or?
Yeah, no, I have been actually. So I remember actually approaching Adam right at the beginning, and just this is before we launched. Well, yeah, no, actually, it was right at the beginning before we launched, and we were reaching out to media partners and potential brands and sponsors to say, this is what's happening, this is the format, this is the formula. Do you guys want to be a part of it? And actually, it was Adam was actually introduced to me by Function, so Functionware.
Okay.
And yeah, he was sort of saying, Function said, we work with these guys. It'd be cool if you had a conversation. They're really cool, and I think they'll really kind of believe and come along for the journey of what you guys are setting up out there. And after that, I mean, the rest sounds a bit cliche, doesn't it? But the rest was history.
No, that's okay. We love cliches here. That's all right. No, that's excellent. I mean, just from again, I don't know everybody, although we do all seem to, at least in the media, end up knowing each other. It's very weird because it's not it's not a super large media community, but it's not small enough where we could say, hey, we've talked or met or been guests on each other's podcasts or whatever it is. But we have been here, like I said, Mario Bryan, Adam, Jack McGuirk over at the Mountain Report said they're going to be down there doing some things. And we all know each other, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Should be a huge turnout. I think it's at the Haynes Center or
Yeah,
Heinz.
yeah,
Heinz
yeah,
Convention Center.
yeah, completely right. Yeah, the Heinz. And unfortunately, I've not actually been able myself to get out there to kind of see it. So I've just been kind of looking at a shed load of videos and photos to really try and visualize it myself. But yeah, no, you're 100% right at the Heinz.
Excellent. And I haven't been to this place either. I've never been in it. I don't even think I've been to that side of Boston, to be honest. I've been to many parts of Boston, but not that part. But it's a city convention center. It's got to be huge. Definitely going to be looking at a lot of folks. And you could tell there are a lot of folks. I'm not going to lie. I walked over from the bus station the last time I went in 2019, got lost, followed a guy with a Black Crowes backpack. That's how I knew he was going there. Just about everybody on the street was going there. So get your maps, learn where it is, get your tickets. I'm sure that's the easiest thing to do. Actually, I've seen a lot of free tickets for both the National Snow Show there and the Snowbound Expo here going. That was a big thing, huh?
Well, look, 100%. I mean, the Snowbound Expo, very much like the National Snow Show, is built on three kind of strategic pillars. So the first one is our sustainability. So, and not our sustainability, is sustainability. We use our platform to educate and to whatever degree we can influence our audience and visitors to really think more sustainably and project and amplify any brand or product that we work with that has a sustainability focused message to promote and push their initiatives or their product or whatever will really support us getting that sustainability focused message out. Because at the end of the day, if things go the wrong way, which I'm sure, well, please God that they don't, we need snow, we need our climate to be able to enjoy snow sports, right? So we need to look after that. So sustainability is hugely important to us. The second strategic pillar that we build the shows on is participation and recruitment. And that goes back to what I said way back, if anyone can even remember what I was talking about, which was, we use these shows to get more people into the industry, and we want more people loving snow sports. And the way that we do that is that, yeah, you're totally right. Especially at the UK show, a high percentage of our tickets will be given out free, and that is to break down the barriers of entry into the event, but also into the industry. So, I'm a snowboarder. We've already been around this part before. I'm not amazing, but I'm a snowboarder. And if I have a friend who's, maybe not into snow sports, but I can say, well, look, I've got my ticket. Here's a ticket. Why don't you come along with me? And then they come along to the show and they really engage with it. We've just got another person into snow sports, and that's amazing, and that's what we stand for. So that's our second strategic pillar, which is why you would have seen so many of the kind of free tickets and discounted tickets flying around. But I hasten to say, grab them because they are not free forever. It's done on almost like a tiered approach, and as we get closer and closer to the event, those kind of free tickets and discounted tickets, they will slowly wither out. So, if you've seen one, get it.
Absolutely, everyone. Get your tickets now. And if you can't pick up one of those, you can go to snowboundexpo.com. The link is right there on the homepage. You can get in there. All kinds of fun. Tons of speakers. I'm looking at the speakers right now. Bodie Miller, Chris Davenport, Egan, Donna Weinbrecht, whom I've met, Mario and Brian, like I said. and a ton of other people. Stuart Winchester, the guy we all try to be like, but he's so much more professional and better than we are. So at least he's better than me. I don't know.
Well, I mean, look, this and that is part of the new format and the makeup of the event. So, look, when you walk through the doors, you're going to have pretty much what you would really expect: brands, resorts. That's not what I say is standard, because that is a huge part of what we do. You know, people want to see the latest, the greatest, the newest tech. They want to engage with the brand itself. You know, why do I love a Burton snowboard over this snowboard, or you know, why am I so into my Salomon side of things over this side? And it's really an opportunity to check out all the brands, you know, kind of on offer. But alongside all those brands and resorts, these pockets of content which are happening all throughout the show, and all throughout the show, but also all day, and also different on each day. So that range of speakers, you know, Bodie, Chris, Conrad, Dan, you know, all Dave Down, and all the guys who we've been talking about, they will be delivering content on either our snow stage, which is what we kind of call our snow stage or inspiration stage, people to listen to and get amped and stoked and just fully fired up to get back out into the mountains, but also on our skills stage. And that is really coming down to knowledge transfer. So learning more. You'll sit on the skills stage and you hear about a session on backcountry or touring from Scarpa, and you'll be like, okay, cool, these are new techniques that I can try on my next trip. Or, you know, splitboarding 101, or, you know, how do I train to actually have a better time on the mountain when I go out there, you know, prehab, rehab. So it's not just about checking out the brands and checking out the resorts and the mountains and having a great time and a few beers with friends, but there's also an education piece, there's a motivation piece, and then you'll also have a experiential piece. So being able to jump on the indoor slope that we build, which is, that, to be all honesty, it is a nursery slope. You know, it's nothing sort of like too gnarly. You've not got guys doing backflips and all this kind of stuff, but it is, I can't convert it to foot in my head, but we're talking about 4 meters high, you know, about 6 meters wide, and it's a nursery slope to get people having a go, have a chance on sliding down the slope and really engaging with the industry. We've got a cross country experience where people can have a go at Nordic and really engage with that side of things. So there's a load of have a go experiences, an inflatable curling set, and it's all really just so that when people come through that door, they see the brands, they've listened to Conrad, they've listened to Bodie, they've had a great day, but they're walking away with a memory of the whole thing.
Sure. Excellent. And that's such a great way to do it. Like you said, now we're just trying to get people into it. You know, you give a friend a ticket, you bring them, boom, now we have another fan, and that's awesome. And you really have covered everything that Snowsports has to offer. Like the indoor slope, very cool. Like Steve said, what do you got? 12, 15 feet up, small indoor thing that you would see. I mean, I guess it's going to be bigger than some of the other ones. Like there's one in Oklahoma City, I believe. I can't remember the name, but they have one of these, but this is a little bigger. Not anything super fancy, but super fun, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I mean, look, that's exactly it. You know, we've not got a 50-foot kind of kicker coming off of the side of it or anything like that, but it's really there to have a bit of fun on. You know, you're going around, and or whoever's going around, and the kids can have a go on it. They can have a fun time at sliding, and it's definitely one of the biggest slopes and builds that I believe the Expo has seen in a fair few years.
I would imagine the last time I went, which was, like I said, it was in the 2019, there wasn't anything like that. So you might even be breaking new ground here. Totally breaking new ground.
Well, that's what we aim to do over here. Well, over there.
Yeah. Wherever you're doing it, it works for me. And we're also getting the cross country and snowshoe experience. I saw that one of the sponsors, or exhibitors, I should say, was the Cross Country Ski Areas Association. Reese Brown, just had him on the podcast. Very good guy, right here in Vermont, up the road from where I live. You got everyone covered. And to see the list of speakers is one thing. I mean, what do we got here? On here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 18, 20, 23 different folks, all names that you might know. And even if you don't, that's fine. But then you go to the exhibitor list and it's just everybody.
For sure. And actually, I've got to say, there's going to be another release happening next week on the speaker lineup, which I asked if I was allowed to say anything about it, and I'm not. But there's another heavy hitter joining the crew next week, so definitely stay tuned for that. But I mean, you're right. The exhibitor list covers all disciplines of snow sport, and that's, you know, we haven't called it the ski show, we haven't called it the snowboard show, we haven't called it the downhill show. This is Snowbound, and anything and every discipline that you can do on snow, we want to make sure it's represented there. Not only because there's subsets of tribes and different people into different things, but also, you know, you come there as a free skier and you check out Nordic and you're like, okay, actually, you know what, I've not really looked at this before, but this looks like something I could have a little go at. And it's all about that discovery piece as well that happens at the show, and you only get that if everything is there on offer. And it's always one of the difficulties we have as large scale consumer events organizers, is to be everything to everyone, which can sometimes be super challenging. But as long as it's there on offer, then people can make their own choice.
They can, and you have a ton to choose from, and so many characters too, in this. Well, for instance, I mean, you have Bodie Miller speaking, who will be part of Alpine X, you know, the company that's going to start bringing more indoor ski areas to the United States. But right here at Exhibitor, Big Snow American Dream, our only indoor place, very cool place. All the outdoor places that you could ever want. Peace and Pow, Jumpin' Steve. I love Jumpin' Steve. This is where I met Jumpin' Steve. Great guy, man. Check him out. So much to choose from. So many people to talk to. You can't get bored. There's no way.
No, there is a load to do there, and not only have you got pretty much everything you just said there. So from, you know, the indoor slope, the cross country kind of experience, the curling going on by FISU World University Games, the Cirrus Inspiration Stage or Snow Stage, the Snow Skills Cabin. But once you've done all that, why not just go and chill out and grab a beer inside the Icon Pass Alpine Bar, which is right in the middle of the show, catch your breath, chill out for a minute, and then go back and find some other stuff that you haven't even discovered yet.
Yeah, like you really, really could. There's no way. There's just no way. Oh, smokes, I'm on here too. Look, there I am in the partners list.
There you are.
I had no idea. So there you go, everybody. We're all there. Wow, that's really cool, dude. I didn't even realize that was there. Shows you how prepared I really am. Not. Like I said, we all love Stuart Winchester from Storm Skiing Journal because he is the most professional, without a doubt. And but I'm okay. I'm excited. I was excited anyway before I saw my name there in lights. It really is a good time. You can. It's not just for fun though. It's a learning experience. It's a shopping experience. It's a social experience. I'm sure you agree, like many people do, that snow sports are social sports. Like, we kind of need each other. We're always talking. If you're sitting on a chairlift or in a gondola or just in a line waiting for a button lift or whatever, you're talking to people. Like, I'm sure you're the same.
Oh, look, totally. And it's not, it transcends from just that point of, you know, going down the side of a mountain. But although, you know, that is absolutely amazing, but it's also when you come to the bottom of that and you're grabbing drinks and you're talking about the run that you just had, or the, you know, the kind of lip or edges that you caught on your snowboard, or how cool it was, you know, seeing the view from up there. And it's so much more than just the activity. There's a whole culture and as you said, kind of social aspect to everything that surrounds it. We become tribes, and, you know, more or now more than ever, those tribes are kind of crossing. And and again, it's probably before my time. I've not been embedded in the industry for years and years and years, but you read about skiers versus snowboarders and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, personal experience, I've just not seen that. It's all just one set of people who just absolutely love and enjoy being on the mountains.
Oh yeah, we're all one big happy family now. Maybe a little dysfunctional every once in a while, but we're still one big happy family in snow sports. And I'm even going to throw in, even though it's an ice sport, the curling. That's going to
Yeah.
be awesome. I'm checking that out myself.
I mean, why not? Why not? It's all about experiencing new things and discovery and really just spending, a whole day, maybe 2 days, maybe coming back for 3 days. There's so much on offer, and all those kind of speakers and content that we were talking about. They might be one set on Friday, a completely another set on Saturday, and a completely another set on Sunday. So it's definitely well worth keeping an eye on the agenda and seeing who's on and when, and really sort of planning your day, or days, as more likely the case will be.
Totally. And you're definitely going to have to. Everyone, if you're going to go and you're still up in the air about which day to go, or if you know which day to go and you don't decide what you want to do, snowboundexpo.com, go to the speaker schedule, plan out your day, add it to your calendar on your phone, do what you got to do, check out everybody there. Like I said, check out some of my friends, and I'm calling them friends, and they are my friends who are going to be there, and they're going to be speaking and doing a wonderful job at that. Anywhere else people should look for information? You got snowboundexpo.com, Snowbound Expo on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, I believe. Anywhere else?
Yeah, I mean that's basically it. To be honest, get to the website, check out our socials, but also I would 100% advise subscribing to newsletters, because you never know what kind of cheeky offer you're going to get through that, be that tickets or be that partners, products, and generally just cool stuff that you're going to want to hear about.
Very good. Absolutely. Go ahead. Again, that's at the website, snowboundexpo.com. Click the newsletter link, and there it is. Add your email address, your name, boom, done. They'll get you all the information you need to know. It's going to be awesome, Steve. I'm looking forward to it. Now, you're not going to be able to get to this one, are you?
Oh, I'll be there 100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be flying out on the when will I be flying out? On the Wednesday, and then we've got a hookup with oh gosh, I better get this right now. The Boston Ski and Snowboard Club.
Very good.
So BSSC, they've got a party, so I'm definitely going to be popping my head into there. We've got a media event on Thursday night, and then obviously show open on Friday. Friday, I'm going to be I say chilling out, but it's not really chilling out. In the evening, we're going to be doing a few other kind of social activities. Saturday, obviously show with the exhibitor after party in the evening in the halls, and then Sunday, again, open show, finish show. And actually, I think I'm going to stay on in Boston for a little bit, because I've not really been there before. And, coming up to Thanksgiving, it sounds like a pretty awesome place to come and check out. So I might actually kick around for a little bit after Snowbound.
And that is actually a good point. If you have the time, check out Boston. It's a cool city. It really is. I haven't explored all of it myself, but then it's one of the United States' most major cities. Like I just don't have the time to do it all the time, just like New York City. But Boston's great. I love Boston. Like I said, the last time I went to this, no cabs, no driving. I took the bus and I walked over, because it's just an awesome city. Really good. A lot of traffic. That's why I walked. Why not be honest about it? But it's going to be great. Experience Boston. Experience the Snowbound Expo, November 18th through the 20th, 2022. I will be there. A whole load of other people will be there. Steven will be there, which is great. He's going to be there being a fan, and he's going to be working, obviously, but he's going to be being a fan. And we're all going to have a good time, man. Anything else you want to get out here before we go?
I couldn't say anything more than what you said. You summed it up perfectly. Just bottom line, get out there and come be part of this journey with us.
Absolutely. You won't regret it. Come on out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Talk to everybody. I'm going to talk to everybody. You can talk to me. I'm not shy and you don't have to be. Come on down. Check it out. Snowboundexpo.com. Steven, thank you very much for being on the program. Dude, this was a lot of fun.
Oh, Tim, no, absolute pleasure. And thank you so much for everyone who stayed tuned and listened to me nabber and ranter on for the last, felt like 20 minutes, but it's definitely been longer than that.
A little bit. But that's all part of the fun. Excellent. Well, everybody, so like I said, snowboundexpo.com. That's your main point. Go sign up for the newsletters. Go to the socials and follow on the socials. Ask all the questions you need to ask. Plan your trip and have a good time. Steven, thank you very much.
Oh, Tim, thank you so much. It's been an absolute blast.
And there goes Steven. Wasn't that a lot of fun, that episode? I think so. Get down to the Snowbound Expo if you can. I highly suggest it. I'm going to go for at least one day, if not all three. Should be a lot of fun. Get to see a ton of people. It's going to be a great time. Now, if you go, you're going to need tickets. And what we were talking about during this was the free tickets that have been everywhere. And if you saw those and you were able to get yours, awesome, great. But what if you weren't? Go to snowboundexpo.com and that's how you can get your tickets. It's right on the homepage. It says book your tickets. It's right there, very easy to find. And if you're going to do that, now I can't get you in for free, but if you put in the code SNOW50, SNOW50, if you put in the code SNOW50 when you buy your tickets, you get 50% off. How cool is that? It's $15 a day, $30 for the weekend, I believe. Again, snowboundexpo.com, and you can check out all that and see if I actually know what I'm talking about, because as we know, sometimes Tim gets things wrong, but I don't think I'm getting this wrong. Snow50 for 50% off tickets, and enjoy the Snowbound Expo. I will too. Thank you also for enjoying the Ski Rex Media podcast. I hope you did enjoy it, and I'm pretty sure you did, especially if you are returning. If you are a returning fan, please share it with your friends so they can become new fans and then returning fans as well. Also, skirexmedia.com for everything you could ever want to know about Ski Rex Media. That's the podcast. That's anything written I've done. That's anything and everything you could ever want to know about Ski Rex Media, including a place to sign up for updates from me. Scroll to the bottom of the page, put in your email address, and I'll send you updates when I have them. You'll be the first to know just about anything and everything you could ever want to know, and maybe some stuff you don't. Right. Again, thank you for joining the Ski Rex Media podcast. We'll see you again next week with another interview from somebody somewhere in the snow sports industry community. Who knows? But I hope you enjoy that one too. Enjoy the rest of your day or the beginning of your day or your night whenever you listen to this, and I will see you on the next one later.